In this video today we will be showcasing the giant arachnids that have appeared in movies and TV shows, and we will also include one that was mentioned in a particular movie but not seen specifically. These spiders, scorpions and arachnid bugs are pretty scary and are not meant for those who have arachnophobia, that is the fear of creepy crawly stuff. So in the end of this video, do comment on which ones are your favorite and which ones we might have left out. So here it goes. Number 10. Aragog. Seen in the Harry Potter movie Chamber of Secrets, Aragog was an acromantula, which was a giant magical species of spider native to the rainforests of Southeast Asia, particularly Borneo, where it inhabited dense jungles. They were believed to be wizard-bred species designed to guard dwellings or treasure hoards. Like the rest of his species, Aragog had a taste for human flesh and was able to communicate with humans via speech. In 1993, Aragog was described as the size of a small elephant, with a grey and black hairy body with milky eyes, but in the movie he was dark colored with black eyes and was around 5 feet tall but with a leg span of over 10 feet. Number 9. Shelob. Seen in the movie Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, Shelob is a giant spider and a daughter of Ungoliant. Mordor was once her homeland and she was an ally and a rival of Sauron before Sauron forced her to the mountains. Her brood still infests portions of Mordor, and she still wishes to invade and take back Mordor and take also revenge from Sauron. She was encountered by Frodo Baggins and Samwise Gamgee in their quest to destroy the One Ring. As a spawn of Ungolian, Shelob would accurately be classified as a part spider, part demon, though of a spider form. In this adaptation, Shelob appears as a CGI animated creature, roughly 8 feet in length and 17 feet across. Number 8. Tang. Tang is a secondary antagonist in the 2002 comedy/horror film Eight-Legged Freaks. He is a Chilean rare tarantula who serves as Consuela's second-in-command and main henchman. Tang is an enormous tarantula with brown fur covering his body, excluding certain parts that have fur more of a blackish tint. Like his fellow spiders in Joshua's spider form, Tang is exposed to a noxious chemical from mutated crickets that Joshua feeds them to and causes him to grow even bigger than a man, probably around 8 to 9 feet tall, as well as enhance his intelligence. At the end of the movie, Tang is killed with Consuela and the other spiders in an explosion in the mall. Number 7. Mother Longlegs. Also known as Arachnida acidosassa, they are a giant arachnid kaiju species that first appeared in the 2017 film Kong Skull Island. The mother longlegs name is based on the famous term daddy longlegs, a common nickname for various types of insects and arachnids. The mother longlegs design may have been inspired from the pit spider from the original King Kong from 1933. Mother longlegs are gigantic spider-like creatures that stand around 5 to 7 meters or between 15 to 23 feet tall. They possess incredibly long legs that resemble bamboo stalks, allowing them to blend in seamlessly with the surrounding forest, and with their legs posing as plants, their upper bodies held high above the canopy. Number 6. The Quickner. They are giant white ice spiders that appeared in The Mandalorian Season 2, which were similar in shape and size, although a little bit more refined based on the Quickner that first appeared in Star Wars Rebels Season 2. Quickners are predatory non-sentient spider-like creatures native to Athlon. They live in colonies and hunted any animals that looked to be a suitable meal, and they used their beaks, silk threads and numbers to attack their prey. Their skin was highly resistant to blaster bolts, including fire from starship cannons. However, their eyes were vulnerable, and they were also vulnerable to lightsabers and grenades. In The Mandalorian, however, they were a swarm species led by a giant queen that was between 20 to 30 feet tall, but weaker against blaster fires. Number 5. Scorpiox. Scorpiox were large primeval arachnids that first featured in the first 1981 Clash of the Titans movie. These giant scorpions, which closely resembled the prehistoric scorpions Plumeno-scorpius, were large, around 12 feet long. They hunted in packs and hunted and killed their prey with their pincers and venomous stingers. In the 2010 remake, however, we see bigger type of scorpions, over twice the size of a human man, and the biggest over 60 feet long and much faster. In the 1981 film, Perseus along with his men fought against 3 scorpions that attacked them while they were asleep. In the 2010 remake, however, they fight a total of 6 bigger and badder ones that were surprisingly obedient to the Jinn's commands. Number 4. Big Ass Spider. The spider is the titular main antagonist of the 2013 comedy horror film Big Ass Spider. Once a small regular arachnid, it became a feral monster when it was infused with alien DNA, seeking to destroy Los Angeles and make the city its new territory. The big-ass spider is an enormous blackish grey spider with 8 thin legs and an engorged abdomen that has numerous seams lined with hairs. After scientists attempted to use extraterrestrial DNA as an experimental growth hormone, a spider hidden amongst the test fruits was exposed, causing it to steadily grow into gigantic proportions, around 80 to 100 feet tall, in the final scenes of the movie. It was only killed when a rocket was launched into its spinneret and exploding it from its side. Number 3. Ungoliant. This entry has never been seen in the big screen but has been mentioned in the Lord of the Rings movies. Ungoliant was a primordial being taking the shape of a gigantic spider. She was initially an ally of Melkor in Aman and for a short time in Middle-earth as well. She was a distant mother of Shelob and the oldest and first giant spider of Arda. The true origin of Ungoliant is unknown and was not even known by the Valar, which were gods in this universe. It is said that she came from the darkness itself, that lay about Arda and was once an ally of Melkor when he looked down upon the world with envy, so her size was unconfirmed but stated to be gigantic, and for that let's put her at number 3. Number 2. Plasma bugs. On the second spot comes the plasma bugs seen in the movie franchise Starship Troopers, which are massive arachnids which have the ability to launch equally massive plasma bursts with such force that they can fly far beyond the orbit of planets they are launched from, which can then deflect asteroids or slice a starship in two. They serve as not only ground artillery and air defense roles, but also the planetary defense cars for the big bug colonies. Despite their inherently obscene level of firepower, their role for offensive actions is mainly limited to fire support and long-range bombardment due to their huge size. They are over 20 meters or 65 feet tall and 30 meters or 100 feet long. And number 1. Kumonga. The biggest on this list of giant arachnids is a giant spider kaiju who first appeared in the 1967 Toho Godzilla film The Son of Godzilla. So awakened by a stray boulder kicked into his valley by Minilla, the offspring of Godzilla, the Kumonga began threatening a team of humans stranded on the island and eventually captured both Minilla and another kaiju called the Kamakura. Kumonga was later killed by a combined might of Minilla and Godzilla. Kumonga is a gigantic spider with a mostly black body covered in gold stripes. Kumonga's body has some tufts of black hair on, most prominently on its legs. Kumonga was also seen in other movies like Destroy All Monsters and Final Wars, and this arachnid was 60 meters or 197 feet tall. And with this we come to the end of the video, so do like, share and subscribe to our channel, and if you already have, then smash that notification bell as well to get regular updates on our future videos that we will be publishing. Take care, fam.